Hello everyone, this is FantasyEsque and welcome back to The Sims 4 Vampire Amazon Royal Saga with the Salazar covered. We are picking up after the arrival of our new alchemist, Lady Mirabella Covenrose, who is going to be taking over the role of her mentor, Lady Angel Valerion, who unexpectedly died. Now, Mirabella hails from a long line of alchemists, spellcasters who have served our vampires since generation, not 2, since generation 3. That's right. We have two kind of ancient lines, or we had, I should say, two ancient lines. We had the Alcandricars, who were the very first, spellcasters that mingled with our vampires in court. And that line had a very unfortunate life, and, sadly, had a very unfortunate life. Almost every member of that line for various reasons. But for one thing or another, they just never got along with our vampires. I suppose they looked more mortal as well, so that kind of added to it, because vampires tend to have a supremacist thing going on with, being immortal and such. Anyways, so we had the Alcandrica line, and then we had the Coven Rose line. Now, the Coven Rose line was introduced in Generation 3, and they have actually been very successful to vampires. They have had many accomplishments through the generations. I've noticed their members barely seem to have problems with the vampires. They get along very well, and also as kind of the generations have moved on, they've started looking more and more vampiric. Some of that vampire ancestry has been coming in through the males they choose to breed with. Not that they breed with vampires, but they're being paired up with males, or they're choosing males to breed with who have some sort of vampire in their lineage, and so those attributes are being passed on to them. But yeah, we've got that going on. Now, the thing that I'm scared of with Mirabella is that she is evil, guys. She's evil. I remember back in the day when Isadora, our second champion, was very fond of Mirabella. Mirabella was one of the only spellcasters she was fond of, because Mirabella was evil and she recognized that in the child. Yeah, it was kind of scary. So now Mirabella's in court. I mean, we just got rid of an evil commander, and I was so happy because I thought, oh, look, the influence of this terrible, terrible person is going away from our ladies, and everything's gonna be la-di-da. But no, then Mirabella comes in because Angel unexpectedly dies. So we have that. But now that the Queen has welcomed Mirabella in, we also have our very first set of twins that are entering the castle, guys. So I am super excited. Emmanuel out the door. His daughters, the Dravage twins, have arrived in court. So we are going to be taking a look at them as children. I can't wait. I can't flip and wait. Okay. Now, obviously, their mother is not here. Oh, jeez. Their mother is not here. She might decide to drop by at some point, but we'll kind of have a look at their personalities and all of that. And then I'm thinking we'll take some time to see how everyone's dealing with these 3 new additions to the Coven. But here we go. We have Mirabella Coven Rose. So she is obviously, oh my geez, she's very different in appearance to Lady Angel. I mean, Angel was dark-skinned. Mirabella is deathly pale. And they both actually have white eyes, so that's kind of cool. But Angel had this kind of reddish brown hair, dark reddish brown hair. And then Mirabella has blonde hair. So they're kind of the opposites of each other. She always seems like an undead witch to me, but I'm kind of excited and scared because she's very different. Let's take a look at her personality. She is ambitious. She's a loner. She's evil. So she might be the first Coven Rose, actually, and she has an ancient bloodline, as you can see. So she gets experience faster and a chance of overloading. Is that it? Yeah, overloading is reduced by 50%, but I'm wondering if she's going to be the first ever Coven Rose to not get along with the vampires and stick mainly to herself. Angel mingled quite a bit with the ladies of the current court, but Mirabella might not be the same, and that might be because she's, always scheming and she's trying to study these forbidden arcane arts. So obviously she doesn't want anyone to disturb her, and she doesn't want to be questioned about what's going on in her private studies. So she would stick to herself quite a bit. But she's ambitious, I think, both magically, and we did talk in the previous episode about how the Queen is now going to introduce every mid-season a council reappointment, and how the spellcaster, can participate in that. So the Queen can select from everyone in her court, including the spellcaster. Now, I feel as though as Mirabella kind of gains more power and is getting magically stronger, she's going to want that position. She's gonna want one of these seats by the Queen's side, so she can be the Queen's close counsel. I think she's the type of person that aims that high. So we've got that going on. And then obviously she's evil. So who knows? Once she's in that position, she might start influencing the queen and redirecting the vampires to be a certain way. I feel like she's going to want to implement her evil, or give, her evil thoughts, opinions, but in an environment where she can have them carried out. So she might stay low, like on the down low for now. I'm gonna just silent my phone. She's gonna stay on the down low for now, but as she starts gaining more power, she's gonna want to exert that power somehow through the queen. So we've got that with Mirabella, and everyone else is kind of sad and upset that Angel has died. But even though Mirabella was friends with her mentor, she is not in the least bit saddened by this. In fact, she was smiling when she came to court because she finally gets to be, Lady Angel. She finally gets to be the alchemist, who has that noble title. So she's very happy, I think. And she doesn't have like a mentor over her shoulder trying to supervise what she's supposed to be doing. She can pursue the stuff that she wants. So I think Mirabella is very, very happy. So she's gonna sit down, and then of course we have our Dravage twins. So let's take a look at them. Let's take a look at our Dravage twins. Oh my goodness, guys. Take a look at this. Yes, they both have dreadlocks. I gave them both dreadlocks because I thought that just looked too cool. But here we go. Oh, they look so cute. I can see a lot of Siri in them. But there we go. On the left we have Lagatha. On the right we have Meredith. Lagatha with green eyes. Easiest way to remember, guys. Lagatha has green eyes. Meredith has brown eyes. That's like the only difference between them. But I suppose you can just go off the clothing colors, because a lot of the times you can't really see their eyes anyways, unless you're like super close to them. And even then, because it's like so glossy, you can barely tell the color, in my opinion. But blue and pink is Lagatha. Purples, that's more Meredith. So there we go. They're adorable. They're so cute. Now, Lagatha Dravage, she is a loner. So actually, I wonder if she might get along well with Mirabella, because they're both loners. Now, I feel like Lagatha growing up, now I know both the girls were quite sheltered from this whole thing about being pure vampires and, having the glowing eyes and sharp ears. I feel like even though their mother has those attributes, they were quite sheltered from that. But I don't know if, somehow their father's opinion when they were very young might have subconsciously affected them, or not. I feel like Lagatha has always kind of stuck more to herself. Maybe because, even though we didn't get to see it much, I imagine Emmanuel did make quite a few trips to the creature cradle, like in between his duties and stuff. So I think the girls would have learned from his presence, like something, and that might have influenced the personality growing up. And with Lagatha, I think maybe she started realizing at some point that her father is very cold towards her, whereas her uncle Myron used to be very warm and her mother was very warm. So she started sticking more to herself and away from her father, so that she wouldn't have to deal with that. So I imagine that's, developed into this loner trait. As for Meredith, she's actually a proper sim. So she's a proper vampire. She loves formal events. She loves dressing up. She loves being prim and proper. She loves following the customs, the courtesies of, the court, their environment, of nobility. That's kind of her thing. Now imagine they both were affected in different ways. So where Lagatha wanted to step away from the father and she wanted to not be reminded of, how he's not exactly acting like a father should, maybe. I think with Meredith, the younger twin, she instead was influenced to think of ways where she could be prettier and approved of. And I think she took her mother's love and her uncle's love as a way to validate herself. So she does things that in her mind makes the other vampires proud of her so that she can continue to gain their love and approval. I think that's where the twins differ. So there we go. I'm very curious to see their relationship. I hope it is like Galaxia and Saphira's relationship. And actually, I hope that for each of the twins. Because Galaxia and Saphira, they are very close to each other. They always spend time with each other. So I think that would actually be quite nice to see the twins get along. And I hope, seeing how, different their personalities are and the directions in which they're going, I'm hoping they'll be able to come together and, whether or not they have the approval of other vampires, that they'll always have each other's backs. But there we go. Those are our two girls. So I am gonna turn autonomy back on. And then I think we will take a moment to kind of see everyone get settled. And actually, before we do any of that, let me assign the beds for these youngsters. So we want Lagatha to have this bed. We want Meredith to have this bed. So they will have their children's quarters. And actually, these quarters are so much cuter now that we've had 3 sets of identical twins, because it means I can just give a set of twins each of these chambers as they come into the castle, and I think that'll be so cute. Oh wait, Ciri is here. Now obviously, as you can see, Ciri is still quite upset. Now she is not supposed to speak about Emmanuel. That's been forbidden in court, but let me just hover over her. Her name is a Dravage now, so they did have the name change, so she is a Dravage. Her daughters are Dravages. Savages, Dravages. So, there we go. She's quite upset. I wonder how the children are taking it. Now, obviously, I think, Ciri's mainly upset about Emmanuel, I'd imagine. That he left and she didn't get to say goodbye to him, and she was only allowed to come back to court after he was sent away. But yeah, we've got that going. Oh my goodness, what's going on here? Let's just replace some of these things. Yes, please. But I do want to see where everyone's moods is at. So I'm going to wake the kids up really quickly because I just want to get... I suppose they don't have their whims in just yet. What about you? Do you have anything in? Nope. Okay, that's fine. You guys go have a proper sleep. Both of you. There we go. Sleep well. And let's see how the adults are dealing with things. Now, Saphira wants to chat with Peyton. So, I think we might invite Peyton at some point to the castle because she wants to talk to Peyton. I wonder about what. I think it's just part of her being a champion and wanting to reinforce her relationship with the soldiers serving under her. So I imagine that's why she wants to speak to him, and that's completely fine. Now, Galaxia over here, she also wants to chat with Peyton. Now, funny thing, guys, Galaxia, look at the whim she had. Ask Lady Angel to be girlfriend, and obviously that can't be a thing because Angel has died, but I think that's an interesting indicator of her feelings, taking her thoughts, now that it has happened. But I wouldn't say she was cold. She always reciprocated with Angel, but we had this discussion beforehand where after she got pregnant, she wanted to make Peyton her consort, actually. And we kind of forgot for a second that she and Angel were having a thing. And Angel liked her a lot. But then we thought maybe Galaxia doesn't really feel that way about Angel. She's just seeing Angel as a casual kind of thing. And I don't know if that was the case for Galaxia, but definitely after Angel has died, Galaxia has realized that she had feelings for Angel more than she assumed back then. But obviously nothing can be done about it now. So she will have to move on from that. But why are you in here? Don't come in here. No. Okay, well, she's being strange and mourning strangely. But yeah, she wants to chat with Peyton. I think maybe she wants some comfort from him. Like, one love is gone, so find another one. I feel like that's her way of coping. So there we go. Now, another thing quickly I want to talk about with Galaxia. I know one of you lovelies was saying that with the whole ghost situation and Yuki, it would make more sense if Zelda came into contact with the new priestess, with Galaxia. But actually, the priestess's specialty is like matters of the goddess and the aspects, and rituals, all those kind of things. And even though she does do the death rites, or she leads the death rites for the vampires, ghosts in and of itself isn't a priestess thing. Ghosts are ancestors of the vampires, and so any vampire can have contact or connect with their ancestors, right? Or coven ancestors. That's kind of what ghosts count as. And in the past, we have had ghosts communicate with vampires other than the priestess. So that is not something that is specific to the priestess. So the ghosts could choose to connect with anyone they want. Any one of the vampires. There's nothing to say that it is a priestess thing. So it makes complete sense that Zelda chose to connect with Yuki, and we explained the reasons why she went to Yuki in the episode that it happened. But okay, we've got that. Now, Aphrodite listened to music. Well, I suppose she could. Maybe she wants to listen to music and reminisce, I suppose. Okay. That seems fine. Now, Yuki wants to listen to... You know what? We'll just do this so both of them can listen to music at the same time. Yeah, I think they both maybe just want to reminisce. Listen to music and reminisce a little bit. The queen is the one who played the tricks, and she doesn't like mischief. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Now, Mirabella. Mirabella wanted to chat with Lady Sapphire, who is a ghost, unfortunately, so you can't. Sapphire was her aunt. And actually, this is interesting. I imagine she wants to chat with Sapphire because Sapphire was the aunt of hers. Let me just check. Yes, Sapphire was the aunt that got to serve in court, and she was close to her aunt. So I can see how she would have all these questions. Now that, you know, she's in the position to be in court herself, she would have all these questions about being there. So that's kind of interesting. And then her mother was Sakura. Over here. Okay, well that's interesting. The other thing, she wants to be mean to Major. Oof. She wants to be mean to Major. Now that is cool. I see that as her wanting to flaunt her power and position now that she does have a position. Because the dynamic in which she grew up, she was at the embassy, and Major is actually the soldier who's always been assigned to the embassy. At least he was, ever since the ambassadors were wiped out by Queen Wisteria in the previous generation, and the soldiers came in to assume their roles throughout the empire. Major's always been assigned to the Glenbrook embassy, and so Mirabella and her cousins, actually, no, just Mirabella, that's right. So Mirabella's always grown up under his watchful eye. And before she was in court, she didn't count necessarily, I suppose. I mean, she was a noble line, but she didn't count as nobility in court. And therefore, she was kind of beneath the soldiers because she was a spellcaster. So she was being looked over by the soldiers. Whereas now that she is serving in court, she has gained that status as nobility. Then, even though, you know, she has a noble bloodline, but she's actively serving in court, she now is above the soldiers in status, and so she doesn't need to be supervised by Major and such. So I can see how she would want to flaunt that in front of the soldier, or to the soldier who's been watching her growing up this whole time. So, you know, she's breaking free of her cage. So, we'll have to see whether or not that power gets to her head. I mean, Major is the Queen's consort, so you should probably be careful about how you deal with this Mirabella, because if Major does end up marrying the Queen, then he will become a prince, so he will have a one-up on you in terms of status, and then you won't be able to flaunt anything like you're doing now, so best be careful. Lagatha has a want for Yuki? Become friends with Lady Yuki! Meredith. Meredith wants to become friends with Lady Yuki. This is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see some interaction between the new Sims and the ones that are in the castle. So Meredith, for whatever reason, she's looked at Yuki and she has decided that, you know what? Yuki seems really nice. She seems fascinating. She seems just so cool, and she wants to be friends with her. I suppose she looks up to Yuki. I mean, the girls have always gotten to visit the castle, but now that they're actually a bit older, I feel like they would be able to understand a lot more things, and, you know, they'd be seeing all these things and being fascinated by it and wanting to take part. So that's actually really, really fun. And how about Lagatha? Lagatha wants to become friends with Aphrodite. Lagatha knows where it's at. She's like, forget about the scholar. I want to be friends with the Queen herself. Lagatha, I'm proud of you. You're aiming high, honey. She's aiming high. This is great. This is great. But also, I'm surprised Saphira was being cordial with Lagatha because she dislikes kids. But in terms of relationships, Meredith is friends with, obviously, her sister Lagatha, Lady Ciri, her uncle Myron, her cousins Elaine and Catherine. Yep. And then Lagatha's smart. She's friends with Lady Saphira, with Lady Galaxia, and then, like, everyone else Meredith is friends with. But, I mean, look at this. She is the elder twin. So she is going to, she is her mother's heir. So she's Ciri's heir, the next brood mother. So this is kind of fun that she is building connections. She's building connections with people and power, and I like that a lot. I like it a lot, guys. Okay, how are you doing? You want to go to sleep, or I suppose you are. You are sleeping. Yes, of course. Sleep properly, I reckon. Okay, Lagatha, where's the Queen? Let's go chat with no, she's sleepy too. Okay, Lagatha, you go to bed, actually, since the youngsters are tired. We'll just do that. But you know what, actually, the vampire's also getting thirsty, so I should probably give them some potions. Where's our potion stores? Where's that? Actually, also, Mirabella needs to experiment. She doesn't even have the stuff that she needs. You come, you actually drink a potion, and then you experiment, because you need to start acquiring more spells and such. So you go do that, and then all the other vampires are going to come and grab a drink as well. So come on, everyone, let's go grab some drinks. One thing I have to say, though, for Angel, she had like a few potions set up before she left, so that's good. We'll have to see how Mirabella's gonna do, how quickly she's gonna adjust to being able to make the potions that the vampires need. I'm quite curious about that. Okay, let's drink. And let's go experiment. I wonder why these two bars are yellow, since they are completely filled. Huh, that's strange. That's just a little bit strange, but fine, I suppose. Okay, let's get you here and experimenting. But yeah, Mirabella's theme is pretty much oranges. So if you look at her outfits, she has got, like, all the orange kind of outfits. That's her color. And then Lagatha, like I said. Oh. Lagatha, honey. Oh, goodness. Lagatha, can I not? Yeah. Oh, no. Well, that's fine. I mean, you'll probably see their outfits. Can I? She's just, like, missing under there. Oh, goodness. Well, she's sleeping, so I suppose I can't really click on her and show the outfits. Which I should have done when they were standing, but we'll see their outfits as, like, we play with them, so that's fine. Okay, you're experimenting? Good, good, good. Good. You experiment. Continue, continue. Now, I haven't checked to see if she knows already. No, she doesn't know any spells and stuff, so she'll have to learn that. But when she came in, she was already a neophyte, which is great because all the spellcasters start off as being an apprentice. But because she had those sessions where she was training and dueling with Angel, and I mean, fair to say, she and Angel didn't spend too much time together, you know, before Angel died. But she was a neophyte, so definitely all that dueling did help with her, like, magical rank and her magical skill. And now it's just a matter of getting this together. It's just a matter of getting recipes and spells under her belt. So let her work on that. Meanwhile, it would be nice to call Peyton to court. So let's invite him to hang out at Current Lot because we want to converse with him. Actually, both Saphira and Galaxia do. Peyton? Hold on a second, Peyton. Yes, we could summon Casey and Jamie and Frederick. We could summon all the, like, these guys. Like the Lord and then the other males, which we might do actually. I think I'll just get the Queen to summon them all because I know Mirabella wants to converse with Major as well. So we'll go do that. We'll just have all of the soldiers show up. But also now there is a power vacuum since Emmanuel, you know, has been sent off. We don't actually have a commander. So that is something we will have to assign at some point. Saphira is going to have to... Oh, geez, what am I doing? Hold on a second. I'm trying to get to the mail. Upkeep costs 17,000. Let's pay that. But yeah, we are going to have to think about who the next commander is going to be. And that's Saphira's job. So, okay, where is Peyton? Major. Okay, Peyton. Here's Peyton. So she wants to chat with Peyton, so we'll go do that. Friendly? There we go. We'll just chat with him if possible. I want to ask him about day counts. Let's ask about his day. We'll be friendly. I think Saphira just... You know, actually, maybe Saphira wants to know how the sentiment is among the soldiers now that Emmanuel is gone. Like, what do they feel about his departure? She's wanting to know. All in all, though, he was evil, so I don't imagine he had a very pleasant personality to the others. And I feel as though because a lot of the Sims and soldiers, they really liked Major, I reckon a few of them probably felt it was unfair to have a vampire that was impure lead them. I feel like Major's always been the people's favorite. So I don't know, they might not be that sorry to see Emmanuel go. But it also might depend on, you know, who the next commander is. Galaxia. She also wants to chat with Peyton. So we'll do that. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Let's see. We'll brighten his day. Let's brighten Peyton's day. There we go. They're all chatting together. And this is because, you know, she wants some comfort, obviously. Okay, so that's fine and well. And now, Aphrodite, she wanted to listen to backyard music, actually. And so did, Yuki, if I'm not mistaken. So if she goes down, and Yuki's already there... Oh, Mirabella's talking to Jamie. That's kind of interesting. She's talking to Jamie. I don't know if Mirabella has a poor opinion of all the soldiers because, you know, one soldier looked over her, or she just has a poor opinion of Major. But that, I don't know, that could be a downfall, depending on how things go, because, you know, Major is... I suppose there might be like a power friction or something in the future if the Queen ends up marrying Major. Because Mirabella is quite ambitious and she might not like having to share the Queen's attention with her consort. Oh, there we go. Frederick is, I think, Aphrodite's oldest brother. But have we changed this station? Let's listen. And we'll get you to listen as well. Okay. Is that, helping? I think the music is probably making them feel a little bit less sad. They're just reminiscing. They're just reminiscing about, you know, old times, good times, Angel, all those things. I mean, I feel like they did move on quite fast because at the end of the day she wasn't a vampire, but I do think they have fond memories of her because everyone kind of got along with Angel really well. This is supposed to... I don't know what this is on about, like... See, this is odd. It won't even let me cancel it out or anything, so I don't know what that's about. That should be working, but it's not. I did fulfill that... Oh, yep, there we go. Maybe they need to finish listening to it? Maybe. I think she needs to finish listening to it before it registers. Because it did with Yuki. It was a bit late, but it registered with Yuki. Let's continue. Go back. Come on, listen to some music. Is it really that hard? I don't think it is that hard. You can do it. You can do it. I'm sure of it. Yeah, okay. We'll leave it be for a second. I reckon everyone else is trying to talk to her, but, you know, she's kind of in her own thoughts, lost in her own thoughts for a bit. And that's fine. But Mirabella, oh, she's getting into a bit of a scuffle with, oh, goodness. She's insulting Saphira! Mirabella, you're gonna live a very short life here if you start making enemies with the vampiresses. Yeah, she wants to go down and she wants to show Major what for. Like, she's getting way too cocky. She's gonna yell at him, actually. Should she yell at him? I feel like that's a bit much. I think she's gonna insult him. Let's insult him. She's gonna go insult him now that she's a member of the court. And she feels as though she is able to. But the Queen's there as well, so the Queen might have a low opinion of Mirabella if she sees Mirabella being rude to her consort. So, we'll have to see how that goes. How much will Mirabella really get away with is what I'm curious about. How much will she get away with? And also, how much evil is she going to do while she's at the castle? Yeah, how much havoc is she going to wreak? I don't know. I mean, if this was a private thing that she did, I suppose she could get away with it, but I think Mirabella is way too cocky. I mean, she has a lot of things to be confident about, you know, her bloodline and her thirst for knowledge and such. But I do think it is... Oh, well, the Queen's not here. Never mind. It's just the soldiers. It's just the soldiers. So this is probably like the perfect time for her to show her status to Major. Yep, there we go. There we go. She is very pleased with herself, no doubt. Oh my goodness, what happened to Lagatha? Where did Lagatha go? She's not in the panel anymore. Where's your sister? Did Lagatha go missing? Where the hell is Lagatha? Hold on a second, guys. Oh my goodness. Seriously, where's Lagatha? Jeez, where is she? Lagatha. Dravage. She went missing! I don't know where she went! Oh my goodness, honey, what happened to you? She's like starving. Go eat something. I don't know where she went. She like disappeared. And the queen, for some reason, has still been unable to fulfill that. But I'm gonna count it as fulfilled because it should be. What the heck? Oh my goodness. Well, she's hungry. So is Meredith, really. But we do also want to do the readings for the girls. So since they have arrived at the castle, our priestess, that's another thing that's under the priestess, is readings. So we want to get that done, but the readings most likely will be done out here. So we want it to be nighttime. We can't do the readings during the day. It has to be the night. It probably won't be that long of an affair. Fingers crossed. Okay, what's going on with you? Eating candy? She's just eating candy. That's all the kids want to do. They just want to eat the candy. Have a quick meal or something. Let's have some blue milk, actually. Have some blue milk. And then once you're done, we'll get your sister to have something to drink as well. And then we need to get you to be friends with the queen. You go drink some green milk. Let's go do that. And then we need you to be friends with the queen. Because that's what she... Actually, she can speak to the queen while she's drinking, right? Don't go in the tub. I don't know what you're doing there. Don't go in the tub. Let's complain about problems. It is the mentorship, but I don't know how much we're going to get done because we're focusing on other things right now. But let's complain about problems to the queen. Don't jump in the tub. Let's go. I mean, the queen did say that if they had any issues adjusting, that they should let her know. So Lagatha is being like really cozy with the queen. So I don't know how the queen's going to take it though. Yep, the queen's like, I don't have time for this. Oh no, that wasn't too good. Well, let's talk about toys. Let's try not to complain. Ask about vampire history. Because obviously the queen doesn't have time for petty concerns. She's made that much clear. Let's console her about death. Let's apologize to the queen because you don't want to upset her. You want to be her friend. Talk about favorite animal. The cold, the temperature. Nope. Okay. Discuss interests. Oh, wow. The queen's sad, so she's not open to a lot of things. Let's talk about the academy. I think we've enthused about Candy already. Ask about Day, get to know her. Come on, Queenie, work with us, please. Share the mentorship excitement. Yeah, the queen's a bit of a mixed bag here. She's a bit of a mixed bag. She's not taking it too well. I think she's just irritated right now. She doesn't want to talk. She's like really bored. Okay, well, Lagatha is going to have a tough time trying to befriend the queen at this rate because the queen seems as though she's getting offended. The queen's like, why is this child wasting my time with petty concerns? I apologize. I apologize. We'll let you be then. And Meredith, I don't know what Meredith wanted to do, but she's obviously done it. Are you friends with Yuki? No, she's not. I thought she wanted to be friends with Yuki, but that got cancelled out. Oh well. Okay, what I'm going to do now is set up the girls to have their readings, and then we will be right back. Okay, finally we have gotten this sorted. It's almost midnight, and our priestess Galaxia has brought over the Dravidge twins to go through with their readings. Normally this is something that is done individually for the girls, but since they're twins, I'll just have them do it together. Now, what ends up happening is that our priestess, who does deal with prophecies, she ingests a museberry, and then she talks about dreams with the person she's doing the reading for, and then the first 3 signs that comes up on the priestess's head, we say that that's the 3 signs that she has seen from the visions she's been granted by the goddess of the Sims' future. So we'll start off with Galaxia. Now, I had a bit of trouble setting this up because she was mourning Angel, and so she was very, very sad. So I had to give her a Museberry, and then I thought, wait, that's not strong enough. I should just give her an Inspired Potion, which wasn't strong enough either, even though it's supposed to be plus 100. So I had to get a Moodlet Solver to get rid of all her negative emotions, and then she was ready to do her reading. And it's important to be in an inspired mood because she has to talk about dreams, and I have tried, in my other challenges, to use, a different kind of interaction to do this prophecy thing, but I have found that, at least in my personal experience, the talking about dreams gives you the widest variety of widest variety of bubbles, in terms of what's in the images in the bubbles, gives you just the widest variety, so you can do a lot more with that. And I found that if you try anything else, then typically it sticks around the bubbles related to that topic. So anyways, that's me going on a rant. Let's get started, and I will try to remember to have a summary of these bubbles in the video. I'll try to remember. Let me see if I can. Where is my stuffs when I need it? Okay, I need a little notepad, my pen, so I can write this down and actually put this in the video, because I feel like I forget most of the time. So let's do that. And that way it's just easy for you guys as well to know which 3 signs they got. I'll just pop it in the video. And if I forget and I don't remember, then I'll put it in the video description. So check that out. It will be there, I assure you. Okay, let's get started then. The priestess will talk about dreams, and let's see the signs that she gets. Oh, what is that? A monster? I'm going to count that as a monster. So the first sign for Lagatha was monster. Okay. And let's see, what is the second sign? We're going to ignore any bubbles that come up on Lagatha. We're going to focus solely on Galaxia. So, okay, Galaxia, what's the second sign? We're waiting. We're waiting. What's the second sign, honey? Oh, what is that? Art? Creativity? Paint? We'll do arts. That could mean anything, but we'll do arts. So monster, arts is her second sign. And the third sign, let's see. Give me a third sign. What's the third sign? I'm ignoring Lagatha. Come on, Galaxia. What do you have for us? What do you have for us? Oh, games. I'm gonna count that as games. Okay. So, monster, arts, and game. Or games. Monster, art, and games. So those are the 3 signs that Lagatha has received. Okay, well that's interesting. Monster, arts, and games. I mean, she's gonna be the next broodmother. So that's fascinating. And now we're gonna have Lagatha step aside. That's cool, so she can meditate, but she's gonna step aside. She's gonna come back here, and then now it's her sister Meredith's turn to have her readings done. So, up. Where you going, honey? Come here. Come here. Come here, darling. Okay, just really quickly, let us just get down to Lagatha's level so that I can give you guys a summary of the signs that she has received. So the signs that Lagatha received in her prophecy was monster, arts, and games. And now it's her sister's turn. Okay, Meredith, let's step on out front. And I suppose you can watch your sister's reading now. And same thing is going to happen with the priestess and Meredith. The priestess is going to talk about dreams, and then we shall see what signs. Oh no. Oh no. You know what? I suppose I can kind of see. For some reason, it takes them a while before they can talk about their dreams, which is kind of silly. It's like she's spoken about dreams once, and I suppose that's why I do it individually. Let's fast forward time, get them through a little bit, and see if maybe she can talk about dreams now. Up. Yep, there we go. She can talk about dreams. She just needed a moment, okay? She needed a moment to reconnect. So, okay, let's get that creative thought bubble out of the way so it doesn't confuse us. Okay, here we go. We're going to get started for Meredith. Talk about dreams. Let's see the signs that Lagatha's youngest sister gets. Oh, that's sweet. She's hugging her. Galaxia's so nice. Oh, llama. Okay, there's a llama. Now, a lot of the times in the past when you've gotten llamas, you guys have either associated that with, like, you've associated that with tradition, I think. A lot of you guys associate llama with tradition. So I'm just going to pop it down as llama, but I suppose it could be llama / tradition. Okay. And then, what's the next sign? Come on, Galaxia. Oh. Okay, cupcake or dessert? I'm gonna count that as dessert. So I've got llama, dessert. Llama, dessert. That's kind of interesting. Llama, dessert. And what's the third sign? I don't know if anyone's gotten dessert in the past. That'll be an interesting interpretation. Ignoring Meredith. What's our next sign? What's our last sign? Come on, Galaxia. We've already had dessert, though. I feel like you shouldn't have 2 double ups. So we'll ignore this one. We'll keep going. We'll keep going. We need a third sign. The dessert sign seems to be stronger. Oh, stage. Stage? Okay. So llama, dessert, stage. Interesting. So those are the signs for Meredith. So let's go on down to her level so I can summarize the signs that, hold on a second. Let's go down to her level and summarize the signs that she received. So our lovely Meredith received the signs of llama, dessert, and stage. So guys, what I want you lovelies to do is jump down in the comment section below and write down your predictions. What do you think those signs mean for the Dravidge twins, for Lagatha and Meredith? And essentially how this works, a lot of you will know because you've been watching for generations now, but for those of you who don't, and you're new to this particular generation, what we do is that once we do these readings, you guys give me your predictions in the comments below, and then I compile all of your predictions in a Google document, and I use that to create the story for next generation. So all of the predictions that happen with these characters, they will influence the stories that we have in the next generation. And I refer to your comments to get inspiration for how the stories are going to turn out. So that's what we do with the predictions. But let me know, guys. Jump in the comments. This is our first reading for a set of readings for the generation. For these girls, these set of kids. So I want to see your enthusiasm, because I'm a bit confused about some of these. But okay, the readings are over and done with. They are complete, and now we can head back inside. But I am going to wrap up the episode here, guys. It did stretch a little bit long, but I think that's fine. We have some important things to do. But okay, with that said and done, I'm going to leave off. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next generation. Generation? What am I saying? My attention's been elsewhere. I was like pulling this meditation stool and my brain was saying all the words. I'll see you in the next video, okay? I think I need some rest.